So for years I've wanted to build a death cart. I had no real reason.
Would you like to take a wild guess how much it is?
650.
Ignorance is the key component to this sort of work. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Apprehensive.
Shite, why?
Saturday we're back in here.
Oh dear!
Oh, standard. Right, so you might have seen on some social media over the last couple of days that there's a new TV show coming out on Nat Geo. So for some reason Nat Geo at South Africa is going to be the first to show it. It's then going to be shown on Dave in the UK, approximately August we're hearing. So it was called Scrapyard Supercar. We were lucky enough to be chosen as one of the teams to compete against Shane Lynch in a supercar. We had to build something out of scrap to take him on at a specific challenge, which we're not going to talk about because we'll ruin the episode. However, through some jiggery pokery,
Backhanders.
Slightly dodgy dealings.
we, against the wishes of the producers, we managed to buy what we built, which built's a strong word.
Assembled.
Disassembled. So for years I've wanted to build a death cart. I had no real reason or budget to do it. And then we went on this show, one thing led to another, and we now have an E46 Sport 330D. Yeah, you heard that right, D.
It's got a roll cage though.
It's a diesel. It's got a roll cage from a car that it's not meant to have, but again we'll let you find out about that in the TV show. But point of today's video is our lovely new friends at MaXpeedingrods. PS, best suspension company name I've ever heard. What do your rods do? They make you go the max speeds. Brilliant, that's the name of our company. MaXpeedingrods, immediately.
Wait, chuck it through Google Translate back and forward a couple of times.
So those guys, they've got in touch with us. They asked if we would like to test some of their kit, and we said yes. I think that officially makes us YouTubers now.
Free stuff.
We got some free stuff. So well, we have to say this is a sponsored video or something like that to keep on YouTube's rules, but be fine. Anyway, they sent us some coilovers and they sent us some rear traction arms for our E46 death cart. So what better time to pull this out than now. So the boxes are here. Let's go and open them and see what they sent us. So boxes are here. Do the honours, Stuart.
Shock. Stuart's from Glasgow, so he's always got a knife on him.
Ready to give you a smile. Come on, open the box properly. You had one job. Is that double-sided sticky tape? Polystyrene.
This isn't a polystyrene review.
Oh,
come on now.
Right,
Single-sided.
Single-sided.
Come and have a look at the wear.
We don't want to look at paperwork. We want to look at coilovers. By the way.
So the MaXpeedingrod is a really good value for money alternative to your monotube design coilovers. So things like your BCs and HSDs, a set of them can come up to about £850 normally, whereas this is much closer, the MaXpeedingrods, to the kind of eBay style coilover prices. However, you do get the billet alloy top mounts that are adjustable. You also get the monotube style design, and you get the adjustable spring perches as well. So you get a lot more for your money than you do from the simple eBay 150 quid stuff.
See, to be fair, we have those in our other 350, the MaXpeedingrods.
So we actually have MaXpeedingrods on a 350.
We didn't purchase them though, they came on the car. This is the first time I have handled or even really seen a set of these, and first impressions,
Quality looks good.
really good.
Yeah.
It's pillow ball top mounts, but it looks a bit stronger than me pillow balls.
Stronger than Jixie, officially.
Yeah, that's nice.
One good thing as well that people don't do on E36s when they fit coilovers is quite a lot of people for Drift E36 just delete the front anti-roll bar, which I'm not a fan of at all. I think the handle's much better with the anti-roll bar. But if you've got cheap coilovers, then you can't have an adjustable point for the drop link. It just sits there and the drop link moves back and forward, eventually brakes and doesn't really do its
How
job.
many drop points did you break to find that out?
Oh, like one every event. I just kept chucking in a new £3 drop plank and wondering why it would always break. But these have got the adjustable points, so these move around and help your anti-roll bar drop plank do the job it's designed to do, and therefore your anti-roll bar to work and the car to handle better.
That's a weird.
Oh, these are beefy.
Look at that.
These like got a spring with
True
it.
coil over here.
No, just for
Just packaging. Ah, wait now. There's our spring perch.
Here's your
I'm
spring
actually
perch.
really impressed with these.
Yeah, they've actually got
It's,
bolt-ins.
yes,
so
it's
they're not-
very HSD-esque.
It's not going to jump out.
Yeah. Yeah, because the really cheap eBay ones, they bounce all over, as we know.
Yeah, we find these things lying on the track all the time when people have an off-road excursion. They hit the bump, what? And then this goes away, and then their car's driving along like that. So, first impressions,
Quite impressed.
very impressed. Feels like good quality kit. There's a decent weight to it, and no
This
rent.
is a much more sturdy shock absorber than you get in the cheap kits as well.
Yeah, wait, let's. They also sent us very quickly a set of rear traction arms. So again, we sell quite a few pairs of these, not from MaXpeedingrods, but we previously have sold and fitted a lot of pairs of these. Let's have a look again, see what the quality is like. It's got a nice machined bit in here which will allow you to tighten it up and adjust it.
Do you remember in the old days when we tried to make these ourselves, what we did was weld a massive bolt onto the side
I
of
have a set of them tucked aside.
Sorry, massive. No, I've got a set of them on my M3
I
Star.
don't think massive is big enough of words to describe how big the nut needed to be in order to
I can
slide.
tell you, it's a 42 mil.
No, they were a total nightmare to get and everything. But we made adjustable arms that were stronger than what you could get at the time. It looks pretty damn good, to be honest. Have a look at that, Stuart. It looks good, I think.
Dare I say, they look very, very similar to the hard race ones.
Yeah, proof's going to be in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think for some high level ones of them, they come with a pillow ball. This is obviously a rubber mount, but these of course are going to be a lot less expensive than your pillow ball.
And probably a bit more durable as well.
Yeah, they take a pound.
Pillow balls, once they get water and dirt inside them, then they're pretty much toast.
Cool. I'm going to unbox the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, and me and Stuart are going to show you a little issue that we created while building this car.
What have you done?
Oh, it's a big issue, mate.
Oh,
I didn't do it.
When,
I had nothing to do it.
something's not right, Jeeksy sorted it out. When there's an issue, we've all done it.
No. It was Kyle. Because he ain't here.
Because Kyle's not here.
I actually think it was me because I was really enjoying using that fancy ass welder they had on that
Just
show.
welded hinge to hinge.
Literally the only good tool that we had on that show was the welder. Everything else was fucking chocolate. It looked like it'd come out of the boot of Kenny's Mondeo. But in my excitement to melt things to each other and our thought that we were never going to see this car again after the day of filming, we may have welded a huge piece of metal right across the top of the strut tops.
Yeah, bolt number 3
bolt
is under there somewhere.
It's way under there. Like we're not getting to him. We're going to have to do some cutting, some chopping, some adjusting in order to get in here. So
A redesign potentially of this bar.
An impending montage.
yeah. That's the quality of the build.
That sums the car.
So yeah, a little montage while we get this thing out of the way, and then we can get it up in the air, and it shouldn't take us very long at all to get all this suspension swapped over. So it's a montage.
These coilers have adjustable dampening, and they're adjustable at the top. Just by turning that bolt, a C-shaped bolt at the top, the drivers can enjoy the comfortable driving experience in all road conditions. So you can do track and road, depending on what you need to do with your car. The camber plates are made with forged T6063 aluminium, carefully selected for quality and duration. MaXpeedingrods pride themselves on having super strong components fitted into their cars, and this is particularly designed for drift use. Designed to increase the feel from the steering and to improve response, MaXpeedingrods have fitted a pillow ball upper mount. The springs are high tensile performance. They've been tested 600,000 times continuously. The spring distortion is less than 4 in 10,000. Special surface treatment improves the durability and performance of the spring. The main shaft of the coilover is made from high tensile, full strength steel. This means it's easy for you to set up the coilover height for your favourite application. It's also durable, meaning you can return to the car 6 months later and adjust it easily.
Right, let's get the car stripped down and get this suspension on.
I'll crack into the back then. I'll do the camber arms, the rear suspension, the spring perches just now.
Cool.
Right,
Get
cool.
started with that and we'll come and do the rest. So Rennie, would you like to take an educated guess at how much this suspension set costs? So not the camber arms, just the coilover set. Would you like to take a wild guess at how much it is?
Okay, I know that the equivalent quality type kits where you get this the shocky design here with the adjustable body on them, and you get the billet top mounts as well. These type of spring perches and these top mounts, they retail from other manufacturers are like 849 quid.
Yeah.
So I know that because I've had the quote on that before.
Yeah.
So I reckon
So it all looks very similar.
650, I reckon.
These just now are for sale on MaXpeedingrods website for the grand total of £249.
Are you kidding me?
£249.
I could have believed 450. Are these 250?
£249.
Entry absolute basic kits are
Right.
150-ish.
The
And they don't come with top mounts as well, so you need to buy front and rear top mounts, and those are like another 50 quid by the time you get there.
I am genuinely flabbergasted that these are on MaXpeedingrods website as well. That's not even like a trader just trying
amazing.
to get rid of some stock. Kenny, 249 quid, mate.
How can you do it? How can you make
How
money?
can you, mate? It would cost me 249 quid to get Driftland written in a bit of metal like this.
That's amazing, actually. I've no idea why most people don't have these fed to the cars.
So these cunts are trying to get out of shot in the background and falling over. Fine. Yeah, that is outrageously cheap.
I can't understand why everyone doesn't have this fed.
Well, we're not sure quite yet that they look good, they feel good, but we need to actually try them before we can have an opinion.
They're adjustable as well, aren't they?
Yeah, clearly everything. 24-point adjustable.
Yeah, but that's so cheap.
Are you guys in about the diff here?
They're a pain in the arse to get this bolt out here to get the camber arm changed. You take the diff off its cradle, move it back enough.
Yeah, it's not like that on a 36, is it?
You can get away with taking the two pickups off in a 36 enough just to have a wee twist to get it out, but on these you need to take it all the way back. We're short like 20 mil.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, are you taking the diff out here? Or are you just gonna?
Just taking it off its mounting points and slipping it back so I can get these bolts out.
Right. Okay. Okay. So it's just slightly more difficult than a 36, but not the end of the world. It's not a full diff out job.
I'm hoping
Right. I'm hoping not. I didn't like the sound of that.
There we are.
Pull that out.
Sounded good.
Yeah, lovely.
Right.
Watch your fingers.
Hang on, I need to get through this through this side.
Turns out this is completely possible to do with the diff just sort of hanging out the way.
In a flash.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So what would you say was the process like?
Yeah, it's no problem. It's a wee bit hard enough. E36, you've got to move the diff back to like that single pinch bolt out. And other than that,
So a bit trickier if you were doing it on the deck.
yeah, it's more the diff because you've got to jiggle it about. It's
Yeah, but
a bit harder on the deck. Yeah.
Not end of the world.
No.
How long do you reckon that would take?
On the deck, 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah, you need a good bit of height, so a good 2 or 3 wheels.
2.5 hours if you're me.
if you're around. So between an hour and 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not the worst.
Not too
Well,
bad.
remember, this is a permanent fix for most people, but for drifters, it could be a daily change.
Yeah, depends how much you like to crash.
Yeah. Jack,
Right, Mint, so what's next plan then?
just going to nip these up, and then I'm going to
Fit
fit
rear.
the spring perches,
Yeah.
and then I can load it down, put shockies on, and I can do everything at waist height.
Yeah, so we can get up to the front. Smashing.
Okay, that's camber arms fitted, guys, isn't it?
Yeah, camera arms are on, bolted up,
And
diffs back in place.
yep, Stu, have you just fitted the MaXpeedingrods spring perches
Yes,
as well?
we went full lows, absolute maximum lows, These are wound out absolute maximum.
So
lows.
you can adjust the ride height on the shock absorber
No,
as well?
you can. Basically, you've got to keep it linear in a fashion. So you adjust your actual ride height via here, but
Okay.
you adjust the amount of spring,
Right, so you
piston
adjust
travel via these.
the piston
So-
travel in the shock body
Yeah.
to suit the ride height
Yeah.
that you adjust.
So you get the.
That's brilliant, for value for money for that, to get that level of adjustment, so you can maintain the same level of damping
Yeah.
even if you change the ride
yeah.
height.
Or you can change it, and if you want a little more droop on it as it goes, or a little slightly harder.
You don't want droop, do you?
Depends.
Depends.
Depends where it's droop.
The ladies don't like it.
No. So just two 30 mils at the top,
Yeah.
as per,
As per, yeah.
and the spring about to go in as well.
Yeah.
So that's in place, just ready to jack up the rear.
Well, what's happened is they've gone for maxi lows by setting it.
So did we go for MaXpeedingrods?
Yeah, we've gone for like ridiculous speeding lows, and they've gone for a full 487 mil shorter than standard.
6 inches shorter.
Too many lows to do.
Easily adjustable.
That's nice.
The benefits. It's the benefit of all this adjustability. We've
Yeah.
got some on the shock, we've got some on the
Yeah,
spring.
it's-
I don't understand what they do or what effect.
You'd
adjust the
understand
mono.
though, if you made the shock half the height, it probably wasn't going to fit.
I understand that's an issue.
It's worth trying though.
You're right, it is worth a try.
Measuring tape, sorry, the metal ruler, Ken Dog, please. And there's the
Rulers.
thread bearings.
This is the best vessel for testing all this stuff on. It's super light, nothing in the way.
Yeah.
We get to see what's happening, we get to see all the suspension travels. It's going to be quite cool.
Right, I think that's the rear done, Stu.
Yeah.
Cool, let's move on to the front. What's involved at the front, show me.
The front, we have a clamp style hub,
Oh, okay, so
as opposed to the E46, which
there's
is a single locator bolt and then two direct bolts.
Okay.
This is a single 18, which actually opens a clamp.
it's like a pinch bolt
Yeah.
type of thing.
And it clamps it across.
Yeah.
What I found really nice with the MaXpeedings is they have a locator pin,
Oh,
which till you go really high up the price range for coilovers, you don't generally get those pins on it. I've seen a lot of the stuff we've fitted for customers that don't have the locator pin. It just makes it nice and easy to slip into
Cool.
the hose.
So that'll assist the sort of fitting time, if you like.
Yeah, just it saves blind, drop it in blind.
Cool, let's do that.
I think that ignorance is the key component to this sort of work.
Down boy, down to 2.
Lovely.
10 ugga duggers. Yeah, not as many ugga duggers as you wanted to. No.
So, we got it together.
Yeah, that didn't take that long.
Wasn't that bad. The one stuck bolt at the back, the camber arm, should snap off. But other than that, surprisingly pretty straightforward.
So what did you think towards the fitting, the general... How did it go?
Honestly, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting as good as it actually was.
Yeah.
The couple of wee things I really liked about it was the height adjustable tab for the drop links was really good in the front.
Yeah.
And to be honest, my favourite thing about the whole everything we used today was the camber arms. For once, someone has actually put a decent sized lock nut on the camber arms.
Right,
Normally you get this 6 or 7 mil tiny skinny nut, and then you put a spanner on it, you go up into that subframe, you go to crack it or tighten it, and it just slips off and rounds. That's got a decent bit of beef to it.
So first impressions anyway
Really, really good.
are that they're good, especially at that price point. Like I'm
Yeah.
genuinely like I've been chatting back and forward with MaXpeedingrods for a couple of weeks now, and I genuinely didn't go and check the pricing out. I expected them to be around about the 500 quid mark, but to be at half of that, 250, is...
Yeah, I thought about 450.
Yeah, I thought it was the 420, 450 mark for them.
Yes, so, to be fair, they fit nice and they look nice. They might be absolutely junk. You might go down there and they're going to blow the shops right out of them. But I think we're going to end this video just now. In the next episode, we are going to get a seat chucked in this thing and then take it down on track and start smashing its face in.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Do share, like, subscribe, and all of those other YouTubey things. If you want to see our videos early, patreon.com/Driftland. And you can sign up there, you get to see our videos as soon as I edit them basically, which can be either 5 minutes before they go out or 5 weeks, depending on what I'm up to.
Sometimes 4 in the morning as well.
Mostly at 4 in the morning.
If you want to check out more about the MaXpeedingrods products as well, check the URL along the bottom, and you can check out the price list, applications, fitments. We're really impressed with how the fit is.
Yes, so far so good.
And not difficult to fit, even if you are a mechanical retard like me.
So, see you next time guys.